No.
Hailey Bieber has spoken up about her relationship with Justin Bieber and her feelings about his recent escapades. The pop artist confessed that the manner he treated her on a recent date surprised her, but that they aren't in a committed relationship or anything. She also stated that she would be an ungrateful person if she became enraged at him over something as insignificant as what occurred last week. Hailey seemed to have no qualms with returning Justin.
Fucking little moron.
What the fuck you say?
You heard what I said, man?
What'd you say?
You heard what I fucking said, mate? Lose your fucking belt. Lose your fucking belt. Lose your fucking belt. I'm back, you prick. I'm back, you prick. Right?
Despite the fact that Justin and Hailey Bieber are beautiful, successful people with a large social media following, there have been indications that their relationship is on the rocks. Many people are questioning whether the couple will endure as a married couple after videos of them fighting went viral this summer. Hailey's success in her marriage to Justin has had no detrimental effect on her life thus far, but it can't be denied that, despite their efforts to reconcile, things look to be heading bad between them at the moment. After their wedding in September of 2019, Justin and Hailey's marriage was prolonged for another year.
Justin, I know you're Canadian. Would you sing at Trump's inauguration? I mean...
Why do you guys ask such stupid questions?
Well, no, this is a legitimate question.
No,
because he's looking...
You ask really dumb questions.
I know, but he's looking for a guy.
Really dumb questions.
It's just the other guy.
However, since the beginning of 2020, there have been continuous rumors that they are planning a divorce. Hailey and Justin's split rumors have been circulating recently, but their problems stretch back a long way. Justin was harsh to Hailey during the past year, as seen by the videos that went viral this summer. It appears to be a problem on both sides, as evidence suggests they had problems before 2020. Perhaps it was simply not as prominent until now. Last month, Hailey and Justin were photographed in a California mall. Justin appeared to have hit Hailey across the cheek, leaving handprints on both sides of her face, while they walked around the mall like any other couple. Hailey remained silent, but we might assume she was dissatisfied.
Hi, Justin. Can you please put that down?
Look at your respect level. Look at your respect level.
Come on.
Look at you.
Justin continued to goof around on the street for a few minutes after that, swinging his arms and jumping in her way as if he were practicing some new dance skills in an attempt to catch Hailey's attention. Others may have thought Hailey's behavior was typical of an older married couple who are comfortable with one another or even just enjoy engaging in silly antics together now and then, while others believe it is inappropriate conduct between spouses because they should be aware of how their actions affect one another. Justin Bieber has been open and honest about his marriage and happiness, but it hasn't always been easy for him. Because of past events that still affect him, he lacked the courage to be himself. As a result, his first year of marriage was difficult until he finally found happiness within himself through faith and being true to who he is as a person. Something that could have helped in previous years if Justin had taken more steps towards self-discovery before meeting Hailey at such a young age rather than suppressing emotions for so long. Justin Bieber explained to GQ that the first year of marriage is hard and trust needs time to form. In an interview, he said, "We got married young." He continued with a sigh as if recalling how difficult their start together was due in part because they lacked mutual understanding about each other's lives before getting together. You've been dating for 2 years or 3 years. Then you get married and people don't really understand what it takes, adding, "I'm going through certain things too." Although his parents divorced when Justin was just 13 years old, Hailey has not had that experience yet, so she may be more comfortable than her husband at this stage of life. Hailey has also stated that she was ridden with guilt for the first 6 or 7 months of her marriage, owing to Justin's happiness. This version does not alter any of the input's details, making it less imaginative than it could be. Instead of taking straight quotes from Hailey, the product should aim to paraphrase, such that there are less words overall and more imagination is involved. According to a recent interview, Hailey faced comparable issues to Justin when they were newlyweds, but this time she felt guilty rather than uneasy because their love wasn't new anymore. Justin had already discovered his comfort zone inside their relationship at that time. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin's seeming bliss in their first year of marriage appears to be distant from reality. One indicator is that he acknowledged before they married that the couple's marital life was tough for him. Another is his lavish wedding ceremony in South Carolina, a year after tying the knot at the New York City courthouse. But even then, he admitted it wasn't as joyous because of the drug-drinking scandal that surrounded him at the time. Justin Bieber admitted that he was forced to marry his wife Hailey in a recent interview with Demi Lovato on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. The pair met in 2018 and married at NYC courthouse after only a few months of dating. They celebrated their marriage by hosting an elaborate party later down in South Carolina, after which they enjoyed each other's company for a year before remarrying as husband and wife, as most people do when it comes time to properly celebrate such things through ceremony. Justin, a Canadian, told a couple stories about Hailey and how they met. He stated that he had seen her on The Today Show, which was filmed in New York City many years ago. Justin Bieber confessed in an interview with GQ that he and his now wife were not immune to marital strife. The first year of marriage was quite difficult, the singer stated, adding there was a complete lack of trust. Selena knew that bringing up these issues early in their relationship would be frightening for her husband, so she waited until they had been married for a while before bringing up topics like dread or uncertainty. We all wish there were things we had never done, and we all wish that there were decisions we didn't make and mistakes we didn't make. But what I learned being married is that every mistake that I made and every bad decision I made, everything I was making myself feel guilty for, actually led to me getting married, and it led to me being a wife, Hailey explained in an interview with Hillsong. Probably for the first 6 or 7 months of being married, I was just ridden with guilt. I wish I hadn't done this. I wish I had just walked into this clean and free and clean slate. But what it taught me is that it's A, not realistic, and B, we all have guilt, and we all shame for things we've done, but it doesn't have to define who we are, and it didn't have to define me in my relationship. Hailey's parents could have been behind their son and daughter-in-law, Hailey. He saw his family in a different light one night while eating dinner with them. I'm sure she wasn't looking forward to being there, he remarked. Her father dragged her out of bed every morning for school until they both went to college, when they reconnected through mutual acquaintances and began dating after graduation. The 27-year-old actor believes it was almost probably an arranged marriage because, looking back, he recalls small details that, over time, piled together to lead him down this route into matrimony with someone who is not only attractive but also intelligent. I'd like for you to meet Justin's mother as well. They're both Christians like us, with similar ideals and perspectives. I believe we would all get along swimmingly. Hailey Bieber discusses her tumultuous marriage in a 2019 interview with Vogue. She talks about the ups and downs of being married, wanting to fight for something together, and having common goals as individuals change over time. In response to these challenges, she says, "I'm well aware that I'll certainly alter as I get older." That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.